Hey, I'm Akash.
My name's Leland.
And I'm Kayur. This video is about our UC Davis Engineering 6 project.
And we are officially the Trip Squad.
Hi guys, so this is our GUI for our project 2, which is audio. You can see 9 grid buttons here that can load any WAV file. It only loads WAV file right now. Then we have this drop down menu for selecting a song. Then you can select mono or stereo. We have standard 4 buttons for play, stop, pause, or resume, which will work when you have loaded a song. And then these are the effects you can select from. You cannot add your own effect right now. And then this is one more effect, but for chopping we needed inputs. So we have slider bars here, and then this is the graph. So I'll show you how it works. So we'll load a file. And let's select it. And let's play. Now let's stop it.
Alright, so we switched over to Akash now. I'm just going to show you how a few of the song effects work. So if we go to Hotel California again, I can choose to reverse the song right here. I can load the reverse song into whatever button I please. So I'll load it into the second one for now. And I can go to that and I can play it. I can pause it, resume it, and stop it. Another example could be I can keep only the high frequencies of the song as one of the effects. Save it into whatever button again. And play it. I'm just going to run through the song effect code real quick. So for delay, it takes in the user input. What the usual input is just how much time he wants to delay the song by. If he inputs a time that is longer than the song itself, nothing will happen. But essentially, it'll separate the song into two channels here, and it'll delay each individual channel by the time that you inputted, and then it'll save it into the song directory. High pass essentially keeps only the high frequency of the song. So once again, you'll just load in the song right here. There's a temporary variable filtered, and this part will take out all the lower frequencies by subtracting them out in this part right here, and then save it again in the song directory. Reverse just takes in the song and flips it with the flip dimension MATLAB function and saves it again. Speed, the user will input how much faster he wants the song to play. The rate has to be in between the values of 4.535 and 0.023. Once it inputs it, it'll multiply that rate by the current FS rate, which is obviously set to 1. Resave it. The voice removal will save the song into two separate channels, the left and the right channel, and it'll subtract the right channel from the left channel. That won't delete any of the music playing, but it'll essentially delete the main voice in the song. And low pass is the opposite of high pass. It will filter out all the higher frequencies of the song and keep the lower ones, so essentially the bass of the song, and it will and then it'll resave it into the song directory.
Hi, so we switched back to Kayur, and now I'll show you the other effects that I have done. I have done pure sine wave, amplitude modulated, frequency modulated, sawtooth. All of these are sound generating effects. They do not take an input from here. So even if you don't have an input there, you can just click on one. Then you input the frequency, your modular frequency, duration, and amplitude, and sampling rate, and then click OK. Then you save it as anything you want. Let's say we'll just say as AM, and then we will select where to load. Let's load on 8, and then choose 8, and then let's play. Function amplitude mode takes in frequency, modular frequency, duration, amplitude, and sampling rate, as told before. Then it calculates the samples with sampling rate times duration. It does a lot of calculation on it, and then it first finds out the carrier sound, which it needs to produce before putting in the amplitude modulated sound, where it changes the amplitude. And then this is the part where it changes the amplitude. So what it does is it takes in all the sounds from before, and then it multiplies everything by sine of modulated frequency, so you get change in the amplitude, and then it saves the file, and here it puts the file name and updates the song directory and calls the other GUI. Next function, frequency mode, does the same thing, but instead of here we had the change in amplitude, so here we just change the frequency here. So instead of amplitude we change frequency, and then save again, and then call the other GUI and save the song directory. In pure tone sine, we take frequency, duration, amplitude, and sampling rate, which is different from before. Then we calculate the samples. We make the tone, which is just a simple sine wave, and it will sound like one monotone frequency wave. Then we save the file, call the other GUI, and update the song directory. In Sawtooth, we do exactly the same thing that we did in amplitude mode, but now we have the Sawtooth function in use, so that way it will change the frequency, and it will also go up and down in terms of a triangle wave. Then again save it here, and then update the song directory. The select song GUI that we saw, all it does is it takes in the user input and updates the directory in the structures of the main GUI, which is 0, and we use the function setUpData to do so. And there is one more function, remove data, which executes before opening the MATLAB file. What it does is, if there is any other structured data, it will remove everything so that it resets anything, and when you run the program again, there is no data from previous runs.
This is Leland talking now, and you've already seen a couple of my functions, which were the loader ones for these and the play. You can also select mono or stereo playback from here, and my main function was the chop function, which takes inputs via these start and stop bars. So with a sample selected, you can choose where you want to start and stop it. So we'll make a short sample like that. You hit chop, and it pulls the values from those slider bars and uses the function chop. We'll save this guy as chopped. Now I can put it to wherever I want. We'll do 4. Then you can hit play. And there you go. Yeah, the function's chopped. So this is going to be a quick run through of my functions. The first one is mono, which takes an input sample and sampling rate, takes the left signal and the right signal and combines them by taking the average of the two, and then once again makes a 2-column array for the sound, which can be played back. Then the stereo function, which is very simple, it just plays the sample that is input right here. And this is the chop function, which takes as an input the location of the file and the start value and the stop value, which are given by the slider bars. And so there's a couple error messages here to make sure all the inputs work, but the main part of the function is right here. So it takes the value that it got from the slider bars and multiplies it by the size of the sample and rounds it to make sure that it actually falls on a sampling rate, and does the same for the stop. And then this makes a new sample that goes from the old start or the new start place to the new stop place, and this loads the file and loads it into the GUI. Alright, so that's a quick overview of our GUI and the functions. Hope you like it. Trip Squad out.